Let me lower this just a little bit. We're playing Wuthering Waves OST this time, so I hope Wuthering Waves is as kind as Hoyoverse when it comes to using their music. Praying for that. Alright, so I was coloring this hair, right? Yep. Yeah, it's still selected. Let's put this a little... I think that's good. Alright, yeah, that sounds nice. I'm early. Hello, it's Robin. You're here. Welcome in. Hi. You are here early. How you doing? Nice to hear from you. This is what I'm gonna work on today. It has. Why is everyone you draw so damn fine? Thank you. I don't know. I like drawing pretty people. I ain't gonna lie. uh, it's mostly finished. I just need to finish the hair and these middle parts here. I plan on making this a standee for myself because I want to try that out just to delve into that territory a little bit. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Thank you, Ray. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I want to try it so bad. I have the money. I hope it doesn't end up too much. I'm gonna try using Wocracy, is it called? Damn, I don't know what it's called. I have no idea what the freaking the app is called. But yeah, I just want to standee for myself. Try it out. And if it turns out good, then I'll just start maybe I could dive into like merch territory for like fan art and stuff. I don't know. It's just a test, just for funsies. I love my boy, so yeah. Hope everyone's having a good day. I got a paper screen for my iPad. Lol, I'm so happy I can finally draw. Ooh. That's good. You did say that you didn't like the texture of the iPads, so yeah. A paper screen is always good for someone who likes that sort of feel. Oh my god, paper screens are so satisfying. I know some people find them satisfying, but for me personally, I don't like the sound. I hate like ASMR in general. I hate the sounds. Like when I first drew on iPad, I hated the sounds of like the tapping. It would paranoid me. But nowadays it doesn't bother me anymore. It was like that was just a little phase thing, I guess. You get used to it basically. Yeah. I'm used to it now, but I can see the appeal for like some people. Some people just like hearing. I just use my finger for digital art. Yeah, there you can avoid almost all your problems. Except for problems on your fingers. Your fingers start getting stiff. That was my only problem with drawing with my finger. My finger would stiffen because when I would draw, like these three fingers over here, they would be like on air. And so it would stiffen out. It was really weird. Also, we have a lot of fixing to do. As you can see, we have a lot of these extra pixels and stuff that is really bothering me. So we're gonna make this brief. As brief as we possibly can. And we're going to just basically work on rendering and finishing this. And then we'll just, I don't know, we'll finish some of my other artworks that I have. I have a lot of whips of unfinished stuff. So I hope to get at least a few done. The first things first, paint over this. Because, something about him, like the only dark colors he should have should be his body parts. So we're just gonna first start by rendering all these things. I respect people that can. Yeah, it is pretty difficult. I know I started like that. I don't know how, but like I used to start just whipping it out with my finger. And then eventually, obviously, I stopped. Once I changed devices. I question how on earth I was able to do that back then. Right, so we're gonna start pouring in some white. Getting rid of all of these dark line art parts. Just painting over them nicely. I plan on making a older version of him. Because this is like his, because as you guys might know, he's basically inspired uh, by a type of jellyfish that doesn't really die. Instead, every time they like die, it's just that they cycle back into like a child, and then the cycle continues. So I need to design an older version of him and a younger version of him for every time he cycles. Hello there, Mateo. I still pronounce your name wrong. Why do I say Mateo? So, yeah. I need to make an older version of him. I have an idea of how I'm gonna make it look. But the hair is the trickiest part at the moment. I got a reference, so I have some stuff figured out. So maybe we can work on that today too. I'll see. Let's see where the time takes us. Oh god, I'm lagging. Oh no. That's not good. Let's hope that your YouTube stops tweaking out. Just gonna render these parts here. La la la. Everything that you draw is so gorgeous. Oh my god, thank you. Honestly, right now, he has probably one of my favorite designs. Like, in terms of like the concept and stuff. My sister keeps telling me that I should make a VTuber model after him. And it'd be a VTuber using him as my mascot. And I'm like, I would. I just need to find out how the heck do you do VTubing on mobile. Either that or buy a computer. I don't know. We'll figure that out. He looks like such a diva. Because he is. Look at that. Bro is that. He is a diva. And then we have his little human friend. When his human friend was little. If you know, you know. If you don't, stay that way. It's alright. And then obviously his people. His little hollows. But like, it's hard to animate a VTuber model. Yeah, I know, but specifically the rigging, right? I know, but I'm willing to learn, to be honest. I just don't know if I have the necessary tools to make it. I feel like that's my only gripe. It's like I don't have the tool. I don't know if I have the tools yet. So that's why I want to figure it out. I want to see what I can and can't do. I could always just make a PNG tuber, I guess, too. You know, some people start like that as well. I don't know. These hollows are so adorable. Oh my god. Yeah. Those are his people. This is Cosmic. And then this one I forgot its name. This one becomes Nameless's little friend. And this is Giro's friend. Obviously, we all know he is the prince of these hollows. I need to draw his hollow form. Because though he can't transform into it anymore, he still has one. Alright, let me get this out of here because I'm done with that. Now, I want to fix... Is this on... Okay, it's erase on all layers. Okay, you see all these pixels here? We're gonna get rid of them. Can I... Ooh. Yeah, that's glitching. That's glitching. That's not good. Oh, wait. Wait. I can add a folder to this. Right? Yeah. Make this all in a folder. La 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 la. La la. So no more glitching. Yeah. Boom. Okay. I'll make one for this one too. Just gonna, whoops. Nope. Gonna lock all these here. There we go. Close. And then we got the, oh wait, no, that's part of the sketch. This sketch can go here. Perfect. Perfection. Now, okay, we got these. He looks so weird without this. Look at that. Without his white decor, he just looks. What's the hardest thing for to draw for you? That's a good question. I think vehicles are like the hardest thing for me to draw. Cause I can draw people, I can draw animals, but like vehicles are kind of difficult, mainly because of how limited those things are, like in terms of like references and how you need to know the mechanical aspects of it. Vehicles are really difficult for me. Oh hell, this thing is still glitching. That's crazy. Alright. It's alright. It's just, we are erasing all the layers, so I guess that makes sense. I wish there was a brush, like an actual brush, that could erase all layers. That would work brilliantly. That would be great, actually. So I don't have to deal with this problem of just having to fix all this manually like this. There we go. But slow and steady wins the race, I suppose. Alright, let's go back up. Yeah, we just have a lot of like these random little extras just floating around. Even here, there's like some parts that are just out of the line art. It's like, why do you do that? And since it's a transparent background, I really do need to focus. Which artists inspire your art the most? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ayami Kojima is my favorite artist and my biggest inspiration. My dream is to draw like them. Their compositions, the style, stunning. They do the official artwork for Castlevania, for those who don't know. You could search her up. You should search them up. I don't know if it was he or she, I forgot. Banger artworks though. Peak art. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm just gonna finish rendering because clearly if we keep doing this, we're gonna be here a while. Or I could just, yeah, let's finish this. Alright. Let's go back down here and we're going to, let's start with fixing these parts here. Because you see this? We're gonna grab a more solid brush. Let's see, which one are we gonna use for this? We can use, let's use pen fade for this. Oh wait, I should fix it down here. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna like render this out, basically. Gonna make a more solid outline. Grab this brush and you're just gonna straighten all that out because it's definitely not straight. It's anything but straight at the moment. Just gonna keep coloring this. Boom, ba boom. Go. Of course, there's gonna be like some art hiccups here and there that I'm gonna have to fix afterwards. There we go. Going to start erasing this here. Coloring metal is like some of the easiest stuff for me. So this part is going to be relatively simple. Like the hard part is literally done. Now we're going to like this. We're really just delving into like simple territory. Is that? Oh yeah, that works. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that was fine, I guess. So we just have a lot of parts that are like... Why does that keep happening? Ah, never mind. I see why that's happening. Let's just fuse all this. I don't know why I have it on separate layers to begin with, because it's not like I can select it. They still overlap each other, so that doesn't make any sense. We could just use this brush and we can just go loop. And put this line brush and we can start delicately taking off all this excess and then filling in to be more straight. That's the only issue with using like textured brushes. Like, I love using them, but when it comes to drawing stuff like metal and stuff for like solid shapes, it's definitely an issue. It means you gotta go through more work trying to fix the outlines and whatever. Okay. If I lock in, we can get over this part faster. There we go. Whoops. Let's fix that. Alright, perfect. That's yeah, you see that? It's already coming together better. Straighten out some of this. Perfect. Whenever in doubt and you can't draw straight lines, this will always help you. Oh wait, nope. Let's close that. This should be on top. Yep, that should be on top. I need to fill in these spots, specifically this part up here. Because this part up here is like a floating mirror. He has a lot of like mirrors, locks, and sort of magical motif. Sort of to emphasize the otherworldly inspirations that he has. So, you know, he used to rule a inhumane kingdom, which was basically just composed of little hollows. So, in using this as to emphasize the fantasy motif is always great. I need to draw his weapon too. There's so much I need to do. This is why I haven't even started making my story and stuff yet, because there's still a lot I need to get together and work around. Okay, just in case. Okay. Yeah, it's working fine. Just have to make sure. Alright. Grab this color here, and we're gonna just fill. Wait, that's the wrong layer. No, that's the right layer. Never mind. This music is so nice. I swear, Wuthering Waves' OST in 2.0 is so much better compared to 1.0's. Like, this sounds so beautiful. Please don't strike me down, YouTube. Please be nice. There we go. I'm gonna color this. Bristling in all of these unusual spots here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. This is what I'm filling in. These little goofy spots that is just texture. Go. Right, we're gonna grab this. Fix the width of this. Perfect. Shade it all around. Perfect. I did start this live really early. I ain't gonna lie. And I came in here without any conversation in mind. Do I have anything new to input? To be honest, most of you guys already know most of his lore, I feel. Well, I don't know how many new people are up in here who don't know anything about him. Relatively, I have... Actually, no, I haven't done a video explaining his lore, so... I guess not many would know. There we go. Throw that in. Perfect. We're going to remove the lines, and we're going to shade that over. There we go. Okay, so we got this spot relatively... Well, nope. I lied. We do not have this relatively fixed. We got this a little bit wacky. See this? This is not correctly done. There we go. I could use the iris paint like oval brush or whatever. Well, not oval brush, the ruler. But I'm not gonna use it. You know what? I don't care for it. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this type of music suits him perfectly. Love when the music matches the character we're drawing. Alright. Take out this blue. Alright, this circle is not even. I don't even know. What was this circle even supposed to be? Ah, no. Never mind. I remember. This was supposed to be a mirror down here, too. One of the few solid mirrors. There we go. Now we fixed more of this outline here. Perfect. Alright, this is, I should add another dot here. So it can be even. There we go. La la la. Some of these are more round than others. And this is also very loud. Whoops. I didn't mean to kick my screen like that. I should make this bigger so you guys can see what I'm drawing. There we go. Now you guys have a better view. That works, right? Random window reflection. Okay, sure. Not the random. What is this? Why do I have these random white? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's gonna bother me for a little while. That is not something I'm a fan of. Let's fix that. Here we go. Form a good outline. Whoops. Dang, why did I not switch back? Okay, sure. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry guys, I keep kicking my screen. Ow. My feet keep moving. Like, I move a lot when I draw, which is interesting, but it is literally what happens. Like, I have a lot of, like, hand movement. Let's fix the shape. Fill in these gaps here. Perfect. Now we have a more fixed, well, not really. Let's fix that a little bit better. There we go. Now we have a more rendered spot. At least down here is done. We got this part relatively finished. Now we need to finish these parts up here. What song is this? This has to be... Ah, yes, it's the L'Oreal boss theme. Such an amazing sound. Gonna fix this. The eraser, we're going to erase more of this. This part also needs more fill. See, this is more stuff we're gonna have to fix. These white, random white spots that we have going on. Sorry, I just locked in for a sec. Whoops. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. That's not... It's not particularly efficient in any way. Here we go. Oh my god. Dragon of Dyer's boss theme. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Whoops. Alright, we got another mistake going on here. Got some black back here. When this is supposed to be part of this gold frame here. So, let's fill that in too. Erase this part. Let's grab this liquefy pen. I'm gonna just lower this down a little bit so I can be on par with the width that it has over here. There we go. Perfect. Whoops. Dang, I keep clicking the wrong brush. I can't see. I guess that's my issue. I just can't see where the heck I'm pressing. There we go. Smoothing this out down here. Perfect. Alright, now we got something better done. Okay, we should fix this one down here too. Let's pull this. Whoops. Why did I think that was a colored brush? There we go. Perfect. I feel like that lock could use a different color down here. But we'll see. We'll see if I should or shouldn't. Go. No. Okay, wait, it's upside down. I thought we were doing this upside up. No, we're upside down. Just gonna flip this. There we go. Oh wait, no, don't give me lyrics. Hey, if I listen to something lyrical, I'm definitely gonna get stricken. So I heard Wuthering Waves did strike down creators who used the freaking lyric video, their OST with lyrics, so yeah, we can't listen to that. Which kind of sucks. I wish more OST could be used and not get so stricken immediately. A random white dot. Alright. Okay, now we're talking. Let's close this a little bit. Alright, so now we filled in all the relative gaps that we had. So now, just gonna make another layer. Connect that. Use our magic wand tool, and we're going to start coloring in separately each of the frameworks. Gonna go back to, you're gonna use our airbrush. We're just gonna do some simple shading. We're just gonna grab our dark color, wrap it around here, wrap it around here. I'm gonna wrap it around over here. Just gonna all around render this. I'm gonna add the white color. The 2. And we got one frame done. Fuse it with the bottom here. Now we're gonna go down here. We're gonna do sort of the same, except this one has a filled in part. So we're gonna add some white, like an actual mirror. Should have used a darker type of airbrush. I'm just gonna, here we go. And we have a better sort of silhouette. And we're gonna add just a little bit of some darker shading here. Alright, now we're gonna make another layer. We're gonna make this mirror more reflective. I've got this brown color above, so that's gonna be the color of choice for this. Here we go. Outline this. We're gonna lower the opacity of it. Now it feels more like a mirror, doesn't it? Perfect. I'm gonna fuse out the rest. Now let's work on this one. We're gonna do the same thing we did over there. We're gonna put it on overlay, put it on black. This one is gonna be a little bit more effort though, because now we have to also shade following the shape of the tool that we're using. It's a loud ass motorcycle. Okay, sure. Not the motorcycle playing in the background. Going to shade that down here. Shade the bottom. Just gonna gently wrap all around this. Alright, now for the top part, we're not gonna shade the bottom. We're just gonna shade the gear part. Yeah, do that. Alright. I'm gonna add another overlay. I'm gonna put it under this one so we can do that a little better. I'm going to color this part here. So we're gonna just fill in these not very black spots. Oops. Perfect. And we're gonna make this bottom part thinner. Perfect. Now we fuse that. I'm gonna add one more shade here. We're gonna make another brighter. I'm gonna put it in these corners. Right now it looks really airbrushed, but we're gonna make sure it solidifies more in a sec, because I got a trick that works pretty well, and I'll show you the trick to metal. I'll show it to you guys. Hold on. First, let's just finish some of these outlines still. Whoops, that's too thin. There, like so. Alright. Now we can, whoops. We can use the lasso tool, turn it off. Now, I'm gonna make a layer in the bottom. Take a color. I think I'm gonna make it, I can't make it the same color as him, so let's just fill it in with this blue real quick. This will be for the mirror part. Yeah, we're gonna make it way more blue. Grab our overlay, our airbrush. I'm gonna fill in this here. There we go. Perfect. Gonna make another layer. I'm gonna overlay it. Okay, sorry. My stream is playing in the back too. Whoops. I always need to have it just in case. Alright. Now I'm gonna make another layer, and we're gonna make this white. We're just gonna whoop whoop whoop. Well, it's like a little swirl. Gonna do that. There we go. The entire thing, we're gonna swirl it. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that doesn't work. You should grab our brush here. I'm gonna put some more spacing. So we're just gonna space this out more. So we can have some stars for the back here. For some sparkly effect to sort of emphasize the sort of, I guess, portal in this scenario. We should also make some adjustments to the color. We'll use this this blue here, this purple bluish. I'm gonna put mask on it, and then look at that. Now it looks more interesting. Stands out more too. Whoops. Let's fix this pacing and put it back how it was. And grab our little overlay brush again. Our airbrush. Why do I keep calling it an overlay? It's just a airbrush. We're gonna fix that. I'm gonna change the color. Make it a more dark purple. Perfect. Should I put it under the overlay or above it? Under looks better. Alright. We're gonna fuse it. And I deleted it instead. Okay, fixed. Some of this is blending in too much with the back, so we're gonna just make a new layer. I'm gonna select some of this color. I'm gonna put it here, just to separate it. Should I use the multiply? Yeah. We're gonna use the eraser tool. I'm gonna re-add some of the particles, so it doesn't look very too jarring. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna use some white here too. You can have the outline for this. Perfect. Now everything blends in better. Grab our white again. Now add a multiply again, and we're gonna make it darker so it doesn't blend in with this outline. Whoops. Perfect. Let's do it over here as well, so it doesn't blend in. This one, let's add more purple. Wait, that needs another layer. Perfect. Let's put that together. Perfect. Right, that blends in pretty nicely. I feel like it needs, some parts need some more saturation. So we're gonna go hue saturation. We're gonna brighten some of these relatively dark spots that could use a little bit of some light. Now it looks very galaxy-esque. Let's go fuse it all together. Alright, now gotta address a quick issue, because something that I obviously don't want is for, whoops, let's pick a hard brush for this. I don't want this galaxy stuff to blend in with him, so we're going to make a duplicate here. We're gonna see if we can adjust it a little bit with the tone curve. Obviously they have a more saturated. Let's see, how can I fix this? Okay, so I want to make it, should I make it darker, lighter? What if I want to like lower the opacity of it? Yeah, I can do that too. So duplicate, let's pick a darker color. Let's pick a purple. Now, put this here and let's lower the opacity of it. it takes away all the like really bright spots, end up being gone. Okay, we have that all the way up. And but if it's too high, and it blends it a bit. Ah, here we go. Yeah, now I see. This is blending in too much with this. Yeah, we don't want that. So we're just gonna add all this. It's like just slightly remove some of the too white spots. Put our unmask here. Perfect. It's just, maybe we could change the color a little bit. Black? No. Let's pick a more contrasting color. Got purple. Let's go with something a bit more purple. Yeah. Now you can duplicate it and we're gonna put it on saturation. I'm gonna pick a saturated color. I got something more interesting going on. Now we can just lower it. No, too saturated now. Alright, let's remove that. I could also duplicate this and test out a gradient just to fix the colors if I feel like they're blending too much. Let's see. Got a lot of gradients that I custom make here. Let's lower this down. Maybe this one would be nice. Blends in a little bit too much. It's just the colors are too similar. We can just use a black and white. Yeah, you know what? That actually works. Maybe it's just some really light blue. And make the black very... Let's make the black more pinkish. Alright, perfect. That works better. Now we have like this filled in, nice little filled in spot. There we go. Now let me select this. Just make some outline for it. How does this music sound like something I'd hear in Great Ace Attorney? It sounds so nice. I'm pretty sure this has to be like inspired to some degree. I guess it's just too European. Right, we're gonna fix this dark outline here. Go. Whoops. Let's pick some white here. Perfect. The contrast is way better now. I made it too colorful initially. Go. Wait, this part is too kind of light. So Sigma Thank you, Mateo. I never got my art called. This is the. I think this is like the second time my art gets called Sigma, and every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, yeah. That's how you know you made it. You know, they call it Sigma. That's how you know you made it. That's funny. Wait a minute. You're this random gray spot. Okay. You just got this random goofy ass. Okay. See, now I'm annoyed. Why is this random gray spot just chilling? That's so annoying. I'm just gonna. Oh, wait, no, that's the fill. No, I want to erase it. Get rid of this. What the hell? Okay, thank you. That really bothered me for a sec. I don't like it. Imagine I would have made it a figure and then you could just see that random gray spot. Hell no. I am not here for that. I am not here for that. There we go. Now I need to fix this because now that I removed the gray spot, now I can actually see clearly what was the problem here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna fuse this because now we got the galaxy looking better. Perfect. Okay. Now we can continue shading some of this. Okay, stuff that should be on top. I have a question. How much do your drawings take you to make? It really depends. Sometimes it could take a few days because I don't spend my entire day working on the same drawing. Sometimes I just stop and start something else. So it could take like a couple hours if I really lock in, or it could take days if I get easily distracted. Which is why I never finish a drawing in my lives, because I get hella distracted. I get distracted talking to you guys, and I'm like, yeah, I don't get much done. But offline, like, I tend to get a few hours unless I start doing something else. So yeah, I guess it depends. I feel like my fastest drawings to get done are the manga ones. Cause since they're grayscale, they're really easy to get done for me. Grayscale to me is easier because I don't need to like balance colors. Like, oh, this color is blending in too much with this one. I need to fix it. Like with the manga style, I don't need to do all that. And so it saves me more time. But yeah, they tend to take a while. Same, I mostly don't finish my drawings. Damn. It's not that I don't finish them, it's just that I don't like working on just one thing at a time. Sometimes I get bored and I'm like, oh, I have another idea, I'm gonna draw that instead. And so that's what ends up happening. It's not that I don't finish them, it's just that I don't finish them immediately. If that makes more sense. Okay, so why is this gold on top of... Under this one, I mean. It's supposed to be on top. See, even my references are like... not my references. My sketches are confusing. Because what the heck is this? There we go. That music got really loud. There we go. Alright, now we got some better. Is this on top or is this under? Is this under or is this on top? Yeah, I don't... okay, this is under. Or is this over? Now I'm just confused. Gotta lift this layer. Alright, I'm gonna grab this one. Which should I select next? I think I should work on the gold parts. Yeah, I'm just gonna work it in an order that I have it here, which should be gold next, and then work my way up. It's just so confusing to see so many like frames just on top of each other. Like there's this random blue one here, but where does it connect to? It should be like sliding this way. Alright, don't worry. We're gonna figure it out. We'll figure it out together. These sketches were not really sketching. I'm gonna grab this. Oh no, I should make it darker. This music is so loud. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna color. I'm gonna grab this white. I should maybe add some design to it. But I don't have any like references on me at the moment, so I guess maybe I'll just add a design to this one up here, since this is the one that has the actual portal. There we go. I'm gonna do this and we're gonna select that. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Gonna like lower this down. There we go. Fix this. Okay. Now we got some more shadow added onto here. Perfect. Why is this light so bright? Y'all can see this like big ass window. Just, can I like block it? No. Oh wait, I can. That can work. I mean, it's not gonna stay like that, but we can hold that, I guess. I guess that's okay. Alright, so let's grab the wand again. We got that part. Let me see if I can erase this random frame I have here. I mean, we could, but now there's like this very empty space here. I feel like we could add like a different... Okay, maybe I'll just need to add the line itself. Let's make a new layer. Let's grab this. Let's see, where can we put this here? There we go. And like lower the opacity a little bit so I can see. Lift it back up. Right. Perfect. I think that works. Almost. Take out this line. I am late, but I am here. Hello, Alexandra. Welcome in. You are indeed late, but that's all right. That's so cute. Yeah, look at them. Oh god, you can see the weird... We got a lot of light reflection going on. Hold on. Can I close this? I have a window like open and I can't close it. So now you can see like random reflection. It's so sunny today. But here he is. We have... we got Lynn again with Giro when he was a baby. So yeah, this was the age when Lynn met Giro. He met him when he was very little. They are very cute. I was talking about it in chat earlier, but I'm working on a, cause you know how I mentioned he can cycle between being young and then when he was a baby and then older, and he doesn't die and he just cycles back. Well, I'm currently thinking and kind of working on his older design. Uh, so I got that like in the works, a relative idea of how it's gonna look like. we're working on it, okay? This drawing specifically, I will be using it because I want to make a standee. You know, like those plastic standees. I want to make one of those. And so I'm making this drawing sort of for it to test it out, just to see how it works. Because I always wanted a standee for myself. I really want to do that, so I'm just working on this drawing for it. He's so tiny, and yeah, remember? Yeah. You can see why Giro got attached to the world of the Hollows. I mean, they are so... He's a little baby. Of course he's gonna get attached to the colorful little things. I don't know why they thought this was like a genius idea. I mean, no. It was a good idea for what they wanted, but it was so bad for the poor little one. He did not deserve all that. Okay, lock that. Gonna make a new layer. Boom, boom. Oh, I see. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, I've been working. The hardest part so far has been figuring out the hair. Because I wanted him to have the more jellyfish-like hair. So, you know, here he has it like really short. So I kind of want to elongate it and focus on like the curly part of it. And so I have a reference on what I want, but executing it is going to be the problem for me. I don't know if I'm going to be executing it the way I want it to. If I finish this and we still have time, we can work on it live right here. But we'll have to see if I can finish these metal parts fast enough. If I'm not like super mega slow. I can see hair is kind of hard to draw. Yeah, especially when I don't want him to look like... Because while he is like a feminine features, I don't want his hair to be the thing that makes him really feminine. I want the body, the skinny to be like that aspect of it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like a little conflicted with the hair. It's not that hair is hard, it's just that in this specific scenario, it is a little bit jarring to work with. Here we go. We can like, I could add like the design, some design here. Oh wait, no. Would it be like, no. It would be, wait. You would curl it and it would go like that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Here we go. I'm really proud of this drawing, to be honest. Can this window stuff... I'm really proud of this drawing, I ain't gonna lie, because he just looks... This looks very, like, official-esque. You know what I mean? I see why the hair has the power to change the whole vibe. Yes. Like, the face and hair, that's a game changer for any character. You mess that up, and you can make them look completely different. Like, you see him right here. If I remove all these white details he has here, that's a whole ass different character. Uh, it's so strange. It is so bizarre. Can I please make a curl here? Yes, I can. Perfect. Hate drawing these dang curls because I'm not consistent. Just end up drawing them upside down. Yeah, you should. It's gorgeous. I know what you mean. Yeah, it just looks very official-esque. And specifically like the composition, the details, it just feels like that. Okay, why do we have a random... What the frick happened here? What the heck is this? So we're playing some Wuthering Waves OST in the background. Hopefully Wuthering Waves doesn't strike me down. And is as nice as Hoyoverse. Because their 2.0 OST just sounds so good. It's such a banger. It would be very upsetting if I got struck down for this. Alright. Let's see. What else? Okay, now we got 2 more frames. And then this one down here. I keep forgetting that I need to do this one here too. I'm gonna select these and we're gonna just... Whoops, that's the wrong one. Selecting this entire circle part. Getting the airbrush back in here. Okay. I'm gonna make... You could explain the lore to me a little bit more? I lost some streams. Sorry, things have been difficult and I probably work a 9 to 5, so yeah. And no worries. What specific aspect of the lore do you want to hear? Like his role in the story, his personality? Like what do we want to touch this time? Because to be frank, Lyn is one of my least talked about characters at the moment. Mainly because he's very, in general, a very incomplete character, because I have ideas that he's gonna be prominent in follow-up stories too. I don't think I'll be able to keep up with the lives. Damn, I can understand that though. You gotta live. In life, they do not be sparing you much time. It do be like that. Okay, so just tell me what aspects would you like to learn from, hear from, and I can tell you, resume it, so then I don't have to like repeat myself with like stuff you might already know. Okay, a little more about the Hollows and how I ended up with him. Okay, so, as we may have established in the past, Lyn he's the prince of the Hollows. So basically, he is their ruler. He is the top of all of the Hollows. Yeah, it sucks. We unfortunately got to live. Yeah, it do be like that. It does suck. Lyn is the ruler of the Hollows. Well, was back when the Hollows were still an active civilization. The Hollows themselves, they are known as anomalies of the universe. Because when the world initially ended, like our current world when it ended, what basically ended up happening was that when it came back, like when they remade it, there were a lot of anomalies that were left behind from the previous world. So there was a lot of like, for example, the Backrooms is a canon thing here. So basically there's now exists another level underneath the ground of Earth. That was a side effect after the world was destroyed. The Hollows became a thing. A dimension basically ended up opening in the middle of some part of Earth. And there was just these random parts that were not a part of the previous world. They just came to be from the side effects of the previous world, if that makes sense. So basically, new things started appearing. Is basically what happening. Both organically made and both man-made. So basically, it's a defect in the code. Yeah, that's pretty much that's the technological way of putting it. Like Earth, it got kind of messed up when it ended, and so new stuff started surging from the side effects of like previous stuff. And the Hollows were a product of that too, and their dimension ended up being like created there as well. So they're like the first creatures to embody to live in the new Earth that was created. Yeah, it makes sense. It's actually a really cool and clever idea. I like it. Yeah, because I was thinking over here, right? Like, obviously, in our world before we came to be, there was obviously other stuff that inhabited here. And while they're logical to us now, maybe back in that time it wasn't. So that's kind of like what I'm sort of applying into this. There's new stuff in this world that were obviously not present before. But to them it's normal. Like the Hollows existing, that was normal to them because that was initially a part of this world. Like it was considered an anomaly in the previous one. And that ended up being like the official name for it regardless. But now it's like just a part. It was just a part of the world, and the new anatomy of this, the new logical. I don't know. I'm trying to explain that. Like I know there's better terminology for it, but I don't have it at the moment. I'm just splitting it out there. And so obviously, this is just a part of the world. Yeah. It's like saying a cat, a dog, something like that. Just another creature that now inhabits there. But the people called it an anomaly because it didn't exist in the previous world. That's the only reason why they call it that. So this Backrooms was an anomaly. The Neon Hollow was an anomaly. There's another place as well that also has to do with that. But I can't talk about it yet, because it's not really particularly relevant at first. And then, obviously, in my other story, Artificialis, they have the Anomalia, which is, wow, so creative. They just called the anomaly in Spanish. Incredible. Which is an inorganic side effect. That was man-made. That one was man-made. So to separate, there's the anomalies and then there's the anomalias, which are enemies from a whole different story, but they take place in the same universe. So that's the basic resuming. He was their prince. The Hollow's anatomy, I was thinking about that not long ago. So the female Hollows, none of them have genitalia, obviously. They're creatures. And so to tell them apart from female and male, it's usually by the color of their outline. So you see how this one has like white, jello, sort of clear. So for the males, it's like him. They would have, instead of this being like white, it would be like a purplish tone around it. So just to resume the anatomy itself, it may look like he has pants on and shoes on. He doesn't. This is literally skin. This entire thing is skin, and they don't have toes, because that's technically this thing, but in a human form. The princes are the only ones. The rulers, they're the only ones who have like a human-esque form. Because all of the other Hollows came from them. He has his legs showing, yeah. And I guess his quote-unquote crotch, too. Because, it's just they have no genitals. So, so his, Middle part here, it's just like if he had pants on. Except he doesn't. And it's just like plain, normal. What a naughty boy. That's just how it works. To them, it's just normal. That's their anatomy. It's like that's normal. That's a part of their features. Like obviously, the only thing that he follows that's like relatively human and not really is wearing armor. He just wears it because of his like title. But outside of that, he doesn't do that either. He's not actually wearing clothes because of he's just wearing it for social norms reasons now that he's on Earth. I like how their anatomy works. Yeah, I mean, it looks human, but it's not human. Like these frills, it may look like clothes, but that's actually just a part of his body. This is a part of his body. Like the only thing that is clothes is this shirt right here, this white shirt, and the armor. Everything else is part of his like skin, part of his like body. All of this is just naturally on. In his older version, obviously these take like a different shape, but it's still like a part of him. It just morphs. So blood is just technically naked. Oh, I see. Yep. More stuff that is anything but human-esque. Like these are all just skin parts, just floating. It's considered like a solidified version of the liquid that they usually have within them. We can call it their energy, I guess. Because that's like, it's their life source. Like if you like stab them and this thing starts pouring out, then they're gonna die. Well, that's also one of the reasons why they can't die biologically, because all they need to do is just keep this going around. So normally they're in their other forms, right? Okay, so when the Neon Hollows was still around, he would walk around in his hollow form. Like in one of these forms. But when he needed to do like prince duties, he would just take on this form. Like this form is considered his side form, like his royal form. Like if you have royal status as a hollow, then you get like a humanoid form. The thing is basically blood. Yes, it technically is their blood, except it's visible. But his default form that they are born in is this. Is this thing. So he has one of these forms. I see, you get the human treatment. The quote-unquote human treatment, yeah. It's actually more of a alien if we really want to think about it. Like it's more of an alien form than a human form. Because it looks human, but it really isn't. That's so tiny, it's so cute. Yeah, the whole civilization is mostly composed of these tiny things. There are some bigger ones, but those are like from other areas of the Neon Hollow. Like if you enter the main city, you're gonna mostly find these things. And then deeper in, you could find like the bigger ones, but they were still squishy. They're still big and squishy. That's it. Yeah, I want to squish it. Yeah, you want to grab them and you want to anam. You want to eat them. In a cutesy way, not in an actual way. You should not eat them, by the way. This thing is not consumable. You can consider this a biohazard. Like this liquid, that can be considered human poison. You ain't surviving that. So, please be careful. Like, if they start, like, bleeding out, do not touch it. I'm explaining it like if you could actually do it. I'm just saying it. Alright, now we're gonna select. Why the heck do you select that? Select the. Why don't you select the thing I'm actually clicking on, huh? Stupid. This select tool sucks. Yeah, please don't eat the tiny squishy thing. It's not for someone to eat. Yeah, you can't eat it. You'll die for sure. You'll get poisoned for sure. What the heck? This is random. Arya would probably try to eat it. No, don't say that. Arya can't eat it. Arya is supposed to be one of them. Because I plan on making like hollow designs for everyone of my followers. Like my biggest followers, you guys are gonna get a hollow form. You guys are gonna get a little cute hollow version. Which one day we'll work on together. Like, I'll obviously need you guys to be present whenever I make them, so you guys can, like, pick how you want to look. There you go. This liquid can be any color. The only thing is that it needs to be neon. So basically, it could be any color. Some of them have the same colors. Some of them have different. But the thing they all have in common is that they're neon. Because they are the neon hollows. Their world is also very hollow-esque too. I mean, neon. So their world is basically, it has like a black sky. And then the whole like city and the territory is like bioluminescent. There's just bright neon lights. It's like if you went into like a cyberpunk looking world. Except no technology. It's just like fantasy. It's very particular, it's very specific. But they are the neon hollows for a reason. She would, and I am honored. Yeah, you're gonna get one too. Neon Victorian era. Yeah, I guess. Not really, because even some stuff from the Victorian era are not present either. It's like they have like some weird stuff. It's basically they have very fantasy looking ass stuff that you'll be like, the heck is that? And it's just normal to them. And so basically, as we also know, Giro gets so there's something that arises with the neon hollows, and it's that people they started seeing the potential utility that the hollows would have if they could be controlled to some degree by people. Because as we already know, you know, they have these gel stuff. It's poison. It would be great for them in aspects for like warfare or whatever shenanigans they want to do. And they found reasons, more than one reason, to try and take down the Neon Hollows. And I guess use them to a certain degree. It's like, oh, they're not actually human. We can just take them. They weren't present in the previous world, according to a written script of what happened in the previous world. We can take care of them, and we'll still be doing just fine. Because obviously, there was a point where the previous world, they wrote down all the events of what happened in that world, so that the new world wouldn't repeat it, and be like, here's a guide to basically avoiding world disaster. And so the new world, they followed that. And since they saw that the Neon Hollows were not present there, they're like, oh, we can destroy them then. They could be very useful to us. We all know that humanity would not be able to handle a new species. They would go extinct in a heartbeat, and so that's technically what they would do. They could transform hollows into pets. Man, why are humans like this? Yeah, they started seeing a lot of things that would benefit them. You know, they could make technology out of the hollows because, to a degree, hollows are like they can function like that too. So they started seeing like obviously their energy. This is poisonous, but it's their energy. They could make other creatures and stuff with their own blood. And so they started seeing like, oh, this could be very beneficial to us. I'm gonna write down eventually the list of what they actually do. I'm just running all this on a whim of what I have currently drafted. There's room for change in some of the details of it. But overall, that was the humans' goal. They thought that taking advantage of the hollows would be beneficial to them. And so they sent in a plan. They contracted a plan. And they sent in a child to go into the world of the Neon Hollows. Why? Well, it would be easier for them. You know, it's a child. They're gonna sympathize easier with them. They're gonna get attached better to them. And they are more likely to listen to them as well. Because the Hollows, they are very childlike. Most of them. Okay, they had a terrible idea and we'll go through with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They had a ingenious idea in their head and we're like, yep, this is perfect. This will definitely work. Why is it always the child? It was the easiest and more beneficial for them. And so basically what they did is that they concocted a lie. And the lie was that the Neon world is in danger and could disappear if they don't do certain Y, X, and Z things. And obviously they sent the child to tell this to them. And so the goal was that the child was going to help them save their world, basically. When in reality they're doing the complete opposite, and they're actually, the goal, the instructions are basically the instructions to destroy the Hollows rather than help them. But again, the Hollows don't know this. They don't know. Most of them don't even speak English vocabulary. The only ones that do is him and his family when they were alive at some point. And so there is where the issue really arises. They think that they're going to save the Hollows, but they're not. They're just working to destroy it. Insane. Great. And then obviously it causes it did not work, right? Wow, funny you say that. It did get destroyed. The Hollow world was completely destroyed. And all of the Hollows that were there, blip, dead. All the Hollows died. Except, of course, the prince and the child that was there. So the entire Neon society, it just fell apart. Destroyed completely. It worked exactly how they wanted it to. And so this caused a lot of turmoil for Giro. Because Giro got really attached to the world. And he thought he was actually helping them. He thought that doing this was gonna make the Neon world and the humans come together. Obviously, and it was a lie. And so Giro would grow up to want to revive the Neon world. That was his goal. His entire thing, how he became a divinus, was because he started experimenting after experiment, trying to revive and bring back the civilization in its entirety. As for Lyn, Lin decided, well, they destroyed my nation. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find the people who spread this lie. I'm gonna get rid of them, and then I'm just gonna live in this human world and help out the other people that fell victim to this, I guess. Because he holds no actual grudges to humanity in general. He just holds a grudge against the people who did that specifically. He has a very good understanding of like, oh, humans are just ignorant. Obviously they just didn't know better. So I can't just hate every human. I'm sure some of them just don't know what they're saying. It's that sort of like mentality. I've always said that Lin is wiser than he appears. He has a better understanding of the world than people do, which is kind of hilarious in hindsight. So that's how Giro would start spiraling. He is an understanding baby, protect them. True. He's like, yeah, humans, they're just a little ignorant, just a little dumb. So I'll do what I can. Was basically the resumption. Meanwhile, Giro just kept on spiraling, and in the end, he was able to revive some of them. Like he revived this one, which was Cosmic, which was his best friend, second to Lin, and kept on bringing back a bunch of different ones. And all the while, he was neglecting his divinous role because he didn't want to be a divinus. It just happened by accident because people started worshipping his technology and his like creations. And so that's how we encounter him. Boom. I'm gonna go back up here. So one decided that he would go with the humans, the other decided to hold on to the past and bring it back. Lin, he didn't entirely agree with what Giro was doing because he was like, it's destroyed. We should probably move on, to be honest. It's best to move on. There's no use dwelling in the past sort of mentality. But obviously, he didn't want to stop Giro either because he was like, he understood Giro was just really upset. He's like, well, I'll just be here to witness what you do and hope that you don't go too far. Which, yeah, it could be argued he kind of would eventually, but yeah, it's a little convoluted between them. He holds nothing against Giro, but he also understands that Giro is just got a little screwed up in the head after all that happened. A little traumatized, we would say. I'm gonna blend this. Bring this back up. I'm gonna let's use the tone curve right here. I see, poor child. Yeah, those people, they screwed him up big time. Like, Giro could not handle all of that. Yeah, he did not deserve any of that. He did go far, didn't he? Well, not in a super crazy way. He was just a bit mad, to be honest. Like, we could say like a Ruan Mei sort of situation. Like, Ruan Mei, she's not evil or anything, but she is neglectful of her creations. She is neglectful of connection with humanity. And that's sort of what happened to him. He isolated himself from everyone and everything. And he started neglecting his followers because he didn't want them to begin with. But he just kept gaining worship because of his Archangelos. They basically were a company that were using all of the technology that he would scrap that didn't work. And they would use that and give it to the public, and it would cause a lot of uproar. They became very controlling because they had no one to command them. So they took advantage of Giro too, basically. Giro's technology got taken advantage of. And basically, the people were pretty much exploited without Giro knowing. It's not like Giro wanted this. It's just that he became very neglectful. He didn't understand what he was doing to a certain degree. He did not want any of this shit. Yep, he was over this. He does not care for people in this mindset that he's so attached to this world that he just did not care about anything else, despite being a very sympathetic person. It's just that he was traumatized, blindsided. Lin is very mature, honestly. I would go berserk. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Uh, Lin contrast is Giro. Giro went berserk. Giro went crazy. Giro just couldn't take it. But Lin, despite it being his people, he understood that, well, we gotta move forward. It is what it is, kind of term. I'm just gonna make sure that this doesn't happen again. I'm just gonna make sure that, well, things don't spiral. Honestly, their backstory is enough to have their own entire story. I'm gonna be honest. They could have had their own story entirely, and that's because I made them, like, the characters, specifically the roles. This story was from like 2020. I made this story a long time ago, and it was supposed to be its own independent thing, but I ended up just putting it in this universe and putting it in Revolt of the Decidium. But honestly, they have enough content to be their entire own thing, separately. Like, Lin has enough stuff to be an actual, like, a main character, in his own story. Like, it's kind of insane, but that goes for most of my stories. I like making them really fleshed out, so much that they can be their own thing. Because that's what makes a story good. That's sad, the poor people and the poor child. He has grown traumatized, it's sad. I wanna cry. No. Take care of the poor baby, Lin. Take care of this child. Yeah. He would end up helping him to as much as he could, to be honest, because again, Lin didn't want to stop him, but he didn't want him to spiral either. So what he would end up doing is that he would just check on him, check on the place. But then he would end up getting stuck in the land of the Decidium. No, not the Decidium. In the land of dreams. Like the land of dreams, he would end up getting stuck there because of a situation that was going on there. He was like, I want to help these people that are trapped in this land, right? Because Lin at some point, because Giro got stuck here at some point too. Because Giro went through a lot of different stuff before becoming a divinus. Like, he became a worshipper of the Divinus of Dreams because he thought the Divinus of Dreams could accomplish his goal. He would get stuck there for a while and then realize that this was actually bullcrap and he would leave. But Lin would end up staying because Lin realized that the rest of the people here were also trapped. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna get these people out of this Divinus place. This place is terrible. This place is gaslighting them into thinking this is their dreams. This is so ass. And so that's when Juhua and the group would end up meeting Lin. They would meet him in the Divinest of Dreams' territory. That's the present day. Like, all that I said before, that was backstory. And then in present day, we meet Lin stuck in the Divinest of Dreams' territory. Insane. He has the trauma, he has the mentality, and he has the drip. True. We can never forget the drip. He's very drippy. Damn, that was a whole lot. But yeah, the main story starts, and he's trapped over there with the Divinus of Dreams. She got her own issues, though. Like, that's a whole other can of worms. Man, slap that man. Nobody should get stuck in a dream. Yeah. It's just that it was like false advertising. The Divinus of Dreams sold them a very specific concept that, oh, you come here and I can accomplish your dream. And that was obviously bullcrap. Instead, it was basically like AI generated. They would generate something similar to your dream, but it's not exactly your dream. And so the whole thing was very wacky, and they would end up being like gaslight into believing this is their dream and that this is exactly what they wanted. It's a woman. Slap her. It is crazy. I see, so that's how they meet Lynn. Yep. Lynn is known as a nightmare. Not the nightmare with an N. Let me write it somewhere. A night. Damn, I can't write. A nightmare. With a K. This is his title when he's, in the land of dreams, because, basically what he's doing is that he's taking them out of the dream and taking them to a nightmare, which is reality. He's just bringing them back to the real world, and they're just calling it like he's the spawn of Satan, basically. He's not. People just love gaslighting in this world. I'm telling you, that's like some of the main issues some of these have. It's not even a Divinus of Dreams her fault, to be honest. She kind of got sold a false promise too when she ascended. But we can't talk about that. That's too much detail. It's giving away too much. But yeah, he's basically considered the spawn of Satan for wanting to bring people back to reality. It's crazy. Oh, he not. Damn, I can't read that. Oh, he doesn't treat the baby like that. No. He's very nice. He's very sweet. He's sweet to everyone. Like, he's nice in general, but the people, they ain't about that. It's always the Divinus of life. I know it. Nope. It's the Divinus of temptation. Like, if it's not the Divinus of life, it's the Divinus of temptation. If it's not the temptation, then it's the Divinus of war and conflict. Those three are the source of all problems here. Sorry I could not English for a moment there. It's alright. I think I understood it. I think I know what you meant to say. At least I hope I understood that. Okay, so I need to like add some more shadows onto this because they're kind of like blending into each other in a abnormal, uncanny way that I'm not a fan of. So let's fix that. I'm gonna airbrush. Excuse me. Damn. I'm gonna airbrush this. That's not dark enough. Wrong layer. Dethrone them. Off with their heads. True. But yeah, the Divinus of Dreams' problem has to do with the Divinus of Temptation. They have shenanigans. And I really like their lore. Hey, I'm glad to hear it. Very fleshed out, a lot of stuff. And the fact that there's still stuff that I could, like, spill a bit more on. Specifically, like, Giro's journey. Because we know Giro would end up eventually giving his power to Nameless. So Nameless would be, Giro would be like the second person Nameless would help. So Giro ends up getting help and gets the help he needs from Nameless, which is why Giro is not a part of the main story. Because Giro, after the whole incident from in the initial arc, and when Nameless takes his power and becomes a Decidium, he decides, yeah, now that I'm not a Divinus anymore, I can heal. I can heal from my trauma. I'm free. I'm free from all my problems, and I don't need to keep spiraling anymore. So what happened with Giro after he gives his powers? He went on a healing journey. He went on a healing journey. That's basically what happened. Hello there, Mr. Star. Welcome in. Can't wait to see Lyn encounter the clue, and please take care of the child. Yes, don't worry. He will. So, Nameless, yes, heal, baby, yeah. Giro gets his much needed, healing process. Which is why I didn't include him in the main cast. I'm like, that's not fair for him. He's just gonna go and start fighting, for a cause that he's just not mentally prepared for. Nah, we're just gonna let him heal after this. We're just gonna let him end his little arc with a nice little bow. And he could come out here and there, help out, because he's still a technology guy. Like, he can still help with, like, any technological problems and things like that. Like, oh, we need help, with a new weapon, or we need help with, X, Y, and Z that he can handle. Like, we need help against Mallory or something like that. He can help, in those kinds of aspects. Like, if you need him, he will be there. But overall, he doesn't, he gets his arc wrapped in a nice bow. Let me fix this outline. It's like blending in. The shadow is not it. There we go. Why is your art so good? Thank you. I'll do my best, you know. It is what it is. Gonna outline that. Is there anything else that I feel like? Oh, here we go. Yeah, and I hope they live like a happy person. I hope he has a happy family with Lyn. Aw, yeah. They do end up reuniting after the, they obviously end up reuniting after they meet, and they get out of the land of dreams. They get their little meetup again. But Lyn has a, because Lyn, he has a journey. If we're gonna be really specific about it, Lyn has a very specific journey to him, because Lyn searches for a future. He's looking for a reason of why he should be here. Like, he thinks, okay, why did my land get destroyed? And this all happened for some reason, so I need to find that reason. Why am I here now? I'm gonna find a reason to be here. And so that's why he ended up helping in the Divinus of Dreams, his problem. He ends up helping the main crew when he joins them. Because he looks for a future. He looks for a purpose. And so, eventually, we don't know if he finds it or not. We still, that's still not known. Because even by the end of the story, his arc is not gonna conclude. In fact, it probably has enough room for him to have his own story separately. If I'm being perfectly frank. Like, I'm really considering Lyn has the potential to be his own main character after the events of the main story. Woo! Here's a manly man with a girly face. Chef's kiss. Yes. At least in this form. Actually, no. In his other form, he's still like. No, when he's older, he's more masculine faced, but then very feminine physique. Oh, why you like this, Belinda? You will let us hang? You will leave us hanging. Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave you guys hanging. Like, this is just getting started. Like, all this that I'm telling you is like the beginner stuff that you see, like, at the start of the story. These are like the beginner aspects. There is still plenty to talk about because you know what? Humanity then will never learn. One problem can end and a new one will arise. Now I want a story just with his lore. See, and that you'll end up having that mentality with most of them, to be honest, because again, I like fleshing them out enough where they can just have their whole independent aspects. It's so important to me that they can have enough story to be their own thing. Alright. Let's see. Am I done? Am I done with the general shading? Yes. Alright. Okay, so I'm done with like the general shading. Now, we're gonna do this very tedious part. Oh wait, no. We're not done. There's one more thing I feel like I should fix. Let's get this up here. Overlay. Put it on black. I am here for it. Yes. I just love fleshing out everyone and everything. No. Why you select the air? Look at this. I try to select. It's just transparent. The hell? I need to design his weapon. Because his weapon is a key, like this giant key that he pulls out of his chest. And the key functions as like a drill. So the part of that's supposed to be like the key to unlock things, that part can like spin and it can end up stabbing or drilling through someone. It is very, very violent. Honestly, with if you decide to sell merch or a manga with this story, I would be here for it. I plan on making a manga, and like I said, I'm gonna make this a standee for myself. But if it ends up, if it ends up looking good, I would definitely make a standee to like sell. But obviously I need to test out those things before I can really make merch. That's why I want to make some for myself and then be like, okay, this worked. I can make this to sell for general audiences, both fan art related and OC related, depending on what the people want. Does it hurt to pull out the key? I mean, yes, because it comes out from his flesh, quite literally, because beneath the key, beneath the armor, he has skin under there, so that will definitely hit. That definitely hurts. But again, he doesn't bleed because he's not a human. You'll probably just see this liquid like gush out to a degree. You're not gonna see it or anything. It's not like he's gonna be here like moaning, trying to take that out. Damn. Okay, pause. Pause. Do not take that the wrong way. Do not take that out of context, buddy. Pause. Obviously, it doesn't, like, obviously, it hurts, but, he's not out here, he's kind of used to it, in other words. I really like his weapon, but it's kind of bloody. It is, because again, something we need to know, this weapon was specifically made initially for the Land of Dreams, and in that place, no one can really die, per se. So it's like, it's not super bloody and stuff in there. But if he gets out of there, which he does, then it does end up way more bloody, and it does end up more, it's more violent to a degree. Obviously, he's not using it to stab it on random humans. He's using this against the Divinuses, who have more tolerance against these sort of things. So the weapon itself is very violent, but it depends on the opponent he decides to use it against, you know. Because to some it would be like, oh yeah, this is just a scratch, and it's just getting drilled into you. It's very particular. Alright. I feel like some of this is really blending in. I'm not sure not sure why. So let's select this. It's a bloody weapon for a very classy man. He also has more magical abilities. For example, you see these mirrors and stuff here? So he can kind of like, you know how Nahida, I don't know if you guys know, like Genshin, you know how she does this little thing, like this little picture, like with her hand pose, she does that, and then she just basically pulls whatever is over there towards her? Well, instead of doing that, he can just put his hands in the shape of like a rectangle, and he can basically summon these like frames. And these are like, again, these are pretty niche stuff. Like they work in like they work in specific scenarios. He can just summon these like frames, and these can like hold up objects, make them flow over, or he can transport stuff if they go through it, so they can like teleport. These are stuff that he can use to take advantage during battle. They're not gonna help him like physically fight, but they are gonna give him like some advantages against certain Divinuses if they use abilities. How do you come up with these ideas? I don't know. I just kind of pull them out my ass, to be honest. I just think about it long enough. I'm like, let's think. What could be in combat something that would function well? Oh, I know. And then I just come up with a line of different stuff. Because I have lined up concepts, so I just think about, alright, how useful is this idea? What can it work for? What could be their weaknesses? I don't know, I just come up with random stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I just be coming up with stuff. That's why he always has like these picture frames and stuff. Those are a part of his like theme overall. That's too much thinking for me. Yeah, it definitely is. I feel like younger me would be like, girl, what? Because when I was younger, to me, I never wanted to come up with a magic system or a power system, because I would be like, nah, that's not for me. That's too complicated. And now all I like is like complicated and very specific things. Like, I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Obviously, it does require a lot of thought, but I feel like it's worth it, to be honest. It's worth it. En español, yo no puedo hablar español si casi todo el mundo aquí es inglés. ¿Qué voy a hacer yo? ¿No me van a entender? Hello there, Alfredo. Well, your ideas are very cool. Thank you. I have a lot that is still like a whip, a work in progress. Like his abilities, they're the most flexible because of the fact he is an anomaly to the world. Because he's not human and he doesn't fit in with the stigma of humans and the limits that most of them have. Because even like Divinuses have their limits. I can definitely, he has more that he can do compared to them. So honestly, he's one of the ones that need like the most thought to put into. If I'm being honest with this, I can see that younger me would have her brain very fried, trying to understand the lore. Imagine creating one like this. Yeah, I feel like it's like most magic systems. When I used to watch like, for example, when I watched like Bleach for the first time when I was like younger, I was like, brother, I don't understand this. And it's one of the reasons why I ended up dropping it. It's because the system was very complicated to me back then. Because I was just a very simple, was a simple girly, let's just say. But obviously, in the end, I ended up being an analyst, someone who likes thinking, someone who likes adding stuff and things for utility. So, yeah, it was an inevitable path. It's very interesting. The pipeline is crazy. Good, we're gonna blend that back in. Okay. I think... Are we done with all the shading now? Yeah, I'm done with all the shading now. Now, all I need to do is tackle this. You see that? You see all this? Yeah. I need to get rid of all that. So we're gonna make a... Should I make a thing like this? Yeah. Let me put this here. Boom. Gonna put that there. Now we're gonna manually start erasing everything. Well, not everything, just the stuff that like very out of the line. I see this. Yeah, and it hurts, to be honest. Like seeing all this random... Like, what is this? What the heck happened here? Like, what? This is awful. But that's why we leave it for last. Because it's the most chaotic part of drawing this. That's why I hate doing like transparent. Because this is obviously a transparent layer, right? Because if I just... Oh my god, you can't even see him anymore. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have done that, actually. I erased too much. Now you can't even see. Let me see. Let's just look over. See, this is why we don't... You see all that? Yeah, that's... For transparent, it's okay. But if I was to make this, Hold on. I still have some missing spots that are bothering me here. If I make the background black, it'll look fine. Yeah. And that's why we, most of the time when we draw him, we make a black background. Except for his legs. You can't see my reflection, right? No. Okay, good. Let's put that back to transparent. Alright, I'm not gonna bore you guys with the coloring of this. Man, that hurts the soul a little? Yes, it does. Like, you just see these random, like... See, look at... What the heck is this? What brush am I gonna use? Okay, I'm just gonna use pen fade. The problem has ended. For now. Now we have other problems. Like this not even being in the line to begin with. So you guys make the outline. Color this all in with black. Still got like... It's very small parts. Oh my god, that scared me. Where is... Okay, see? Do you see some of this? Got this random crap going on back here. And it's definitely a bothersome. So these are the parts that really need to be like fixed. So we're just gonna color that. I'm gonna like polish it a little bit. It's not a lot. It's very few compared to the first time I drew him. It's an improvement, you know? Yes, I see. Yeah, it's not as bad. It's just a easier problem to solve. I'm just gonna casually fix all of these lines. Color in all this. Obviously from far away you're not gonna notice this, but it bothers me, okay? I zoom in, I look at it, and I'm like, okay, this sucks. I need to color this in. So it's like, I know no one's gonna see it. Which is why it's like kinda sad that it's kinda like wasting your time. It's not. It's just, these tiny details, they bother me. You're just gonna fill all this. We got so much black in here. Why did I use black anyways? We understand. Yeah, I know y'all get it. Y'all get that I'm just paranoid. But I'm gonna keep coloring that. Hello, banana. The tiny details matter. Yeah, they matter to me. Like, I know nobody else cares, but like, it matters to me. Hello, take a look at who we're working on. We're working on Lynn and Giro and the little hollows. Yeah. The little kitty patooties. See, do you see this? This bothers. What is this? The heck? That's the only problem of like making sketchy line art too. Like when you make sketchy line art, you get these problems. It means you have to render more. And it's like, ooh, yikes. There we go. Hello, hello. It's good to see ya. We're just fixing some of the stuff. As the title says, we're just finishing some artworks, you know, nothing crazy. Filling in some of these random white spots that are bothering the hell out of me. Gonna grab this, fix some of this. There we go. Okay. Okay, we have just a little bit more. See, we got a little bit of some here. See, it's funny to see people call me by my surname. I normally don't hear it very often. That's true. They did call you Silva instead of Alexandra. That is funny. It's like when I get called Lee instead of Valinda. It's like, oh, nobody tends to call me by that part of my name, but okay. Sure. It is funny. Like, usually when people want to refer to me, they just say, oh, Vel, or Veli, or... It's like, ain't nobody out here calling me Lee. I call you Silva because it's shorter. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Silva is shorter than Alexandra to type out. Let's fill in all this white. What the heck? What the... sorry, I was on the wrong... I was on the wrong layer. And I don't think I should be playing that vocal song. Wuthering Waves will beat my ass, but, oh well. It's already playing. Too late. Alright. It's alright, it's just an observation, it's just a little uncommon. It's kind of funny. I won't lie, it is kind of funny. Okay, we're gonna make the outline. Can I make an outline? Too late, yep, too late. Yeah, you know, by doing this outline thing, I immediately know what issues I have. Why is there these random floating stuff around the head? Like, what is this? I'm gonna just go back here. If you're wondering why I'm doing this outline, it's because I want to test something. Because when I make the model, I'm gonna need like an outline. It's okay both ways? Alright. I like calling you Alexandra, because I'm used, that's the one I'm used to. There we go. Okay, now we can go to this white layer. And I'll blur it a little bit. Let's change the color, because it's too black. I don't think a black outline suits him very much. There you go. Purple outline. What the... size. Okay, now it's just too light for some of these parts. Make it darker. There. Le or Lele? That's crazy because it ain't even close. It's funny. I'm gonna be gone for a bit, so I'll see you later. Honestly, I'm gonna end stream in a few minutes. Like, I'm almost done. Like, we're almost at the end. Can you believe it? A drawing was finished. That's because it was already almost finished. Like, this drawing was already almost over when I started stream. Okay. Oh, no. The only reason I finished it because it was already like almost done from the get-go. My slow ass could never. I'm like, this is the first time this happened to us. For real. It's the very few moments where we get stuff done. It's a New Year's miracle. It really is. That's so funny. It literally is. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna curve this. We're almost done. Just make this little outline. this outline here. And we're just gonna keep doing this. Okay. Let me stand up so I can know what the heck. I wanna look at this from afar. See if there's like, yeah, there we go. See, this is what I hate. There. Okay, we look from afar. We get a good little observation. I can understand you. I like to color, but I usually spend hours in just one piece. Yeah. One of the like longest parts to me, it's line art and coloring. So time consuming. Like the sketch, that tends to be like the fastest one. Unless the sketch looks bad and I go like through 50 shades of grief trying to like fix the problem. Alright, but this outline I can obviously remove it for the actual background. Because this is like the actual background that the drawing's gonna have. Like the illustration version. And it's gonna be like, there will be pieces of this stuck in the glass. But I need to add the glass part. See if we can fill. Damn it! I thought we could manually fill it all with the bucket tool. Let's see, how about now? Damn it. Come on. Why can't you bucket tool? Piece of garbage. This thing is so whack. Oh, what's... Oh my god, my reflection. Ew. Day 2 of asking how the Discord is coming along. I haven't... Oh my god, you can see my reflection. Let's just move over here. It's a work in progress, alright? We're still... It's coming along nicely, I'll be honest. I think I might have it done soon, actually. Because it's coming along nicely. I just haven't made it public yet. Oh my goodness. I'm back. Hello, Ray. Welcome back. We're just getting the finishing touches, actually. We're coming along to finishing some of this. I just have so many missing spots. I'm so excited for the Discord. You're in trouble now. The people demand. The people are speaking their will. Don't worry. I hear you guys. It will be done. This is so good. This drawing, I'm making it for like a standee for myself. Because I wanted to make one. I love Lynn, and I wanted to make one. And so, that's what I've been working on. I also felt like drawing him again with the hollows. Because, yeah, those are my children. They're all my children. The progress, yeah, you know, we already wrapping it all up. We're just working on this background part that is coming along relatively good. I just need to like fill in all this random missing spots that I'm not a fan of. Alright, now we can add this. Wait, no, we can lower this. Let's change the color to Our children. Yeah, our children. You're right. Hello, Marnie. I like how all of you guys are coming when I'm nearing my end. But it's good to see you guys. Hi. I like lower the opacity a bit more. We can like blur it. Hello, hello. You can like do that. Okay, we're gonna select this, and then we're gonna pick this white. We're gonna just, looks like glass. Yeah, because it is glass. It looks like glass because it is glass. Let's change that color a bit. There we go. Let's a little bit of that. I should add some black for. Who is that guy and the child? This is Lynn. So if your comic does make it big, this could be future merch. Yes. Yes, it can be. For now, it's merch for myself. But if it does make it big, this would be actual merch. This is Lynn, and this is his little human friend, Giro. They're just two lovely. They're just two very lovely people. I just got to talking about their lore with Alexandra for a while, and it's a lot. I'll be sure to add it in the lore video. Hopefully, it will also be in more detail. But yeah, there's just. Hero, you say? What do you mean? Hero? I said Giro. Damn it, why does it do that? Oh well. Why does it look kind of muddy though? It's the reflection, isn't it? The reflection of them makes it look too muddy. I mean, nothing. Sus. Okay, sus. Now I'm sus about this. Come on. There. Does that look better? What do you guys think? I mean, you guys can't even see it well. Let's see. What do you guys think? Does that look... What do y'all think of that? It kind of slays, no? This will be for the posted version. But the like other version, it'll just be like the actual standee will be this. Can't wait for the second part of the lore. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just I've been working on like editing some other stuff to keep YouTube's algorithm nice and friendly. But now we're done. Ta-da! We got. I like it. Yeah. And now it's all done. Like, I want to see more of Lynn. You will. I like this version more. Yeah, this was gonna be, this is the standee version. So this is the one I'm gonna be, like, making the standee out of. Let it be remembered, I was here even if I couldn't stay. We are all done. You're definitely gonna see more of Lynn, because I love Lynn, obviously. Thank you all for stopping by. This is now the end of stream. I need to leave because I'm going out. So that means I need to get dressed. I need to get changed. So, thank y'all for stopping by. Aria and some of y'all came late. So, right, the stream will be in the live section. Have lots of water, eat well, and then we see you again. Bye bye. Whoops. I didn't mean to call y'all out like that. Alright, my bad. My bad. Alright. We'll see y'all next time. May we meet again in some other parts of the universe. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Boom.